All right, so we've been able to make progress with our application. We've been able to build flows. We've been able to send out notification, and also we've been able to make our status change to submit automatically. So let us do a little bit of demo. Let's assume the system administrator or whoever is currently logged in has filled in all of the application. Now, when he submits or saves the form, you're going to get this, are you sure you want to submit application? Then you say, okay. After that, you're going to get your application has been submitted successfully and is waiting reviews. Now, all the fields are now read only. Now the status is changed to submitted. Then what comes next is notification. The logged in user who is currently the admin would get an email notification saying that their form has been submitted. And also the fulfillers, that is the people in charge of reviewing and also approving the request, they'll also get notifications as well. So let us go check that out. So I'm going to go to the emails and I will just refresh. Okay, so for today now we have the two new emails notifications just now and just now. The first one is to the admin who is the logged in user saying, hello system administrator, your application has been successfully submitted, current status is submitted and blah blah blah. And the second notification is to the fulfillers. It says here a new application has been submitted and is awaiting your review with the application number, which is exactly what we want. All right, so how are we able to do this? We're able to do this through the use of flows. Okay, so if we go here, you're going to see where I created the flows when the trigger is cost request created or updated, and when the status is submitted. If the status is submitted, what should happen? The first one here says send notification. Now these are the actions. Okay, these are the actions. So the first action is to send the first notification to the requester. Okay, but before we did that, we did set up our emails or our notification right here. So this was where we were able to define our notification. For every action, you need to set up the notification inside the Noun platform. So this one is application submitted requester, and this was where we defined the when to send. Only send when it is triggered by the flow, obviously by the flow designer. So who will receive, this was where we defined who's going to receive, which is like the email field of the requester. So always send to the emails and what it will contain. This was where we did the whole hello, system administrator, which is the data field for system administrator requested by your application has been submitted and all of that. So yeah, this was where everything was defined. And all we did in our flow was just to call that particular notification that we set up. So this one is the one for requester, and also another notification being sent out to the reviewer or the fulfillers. Still the same process, the table, then the notification, which is the second one that we created for fulfillers or the reviewers. And yes, that is how we're able to achieve the send notification. At first, I did encounter some challenges because the email was not really populating for the requester. I wasn't really getting emails, and I did a lot of debugging to understand why the emails wasn't being sent. So what I did was to now go to email properties, which is very important. Okay, you go to email properties and you make sure that email sending is enabled. At first, this was disabled. So email sending, make sure it is enabled. Also, you want to make sure that the preference for the logged in user, you also want to make sure you go to notification and to check if allow notification is enabled. This is also very important. So these are the reasons why I had issues at first. It took me a couple of hours to be able to debug and to see why the emails or notifications wasn't being sent. So you want to make sure these are checked. Also next experience, So the next phase for me now is to still create other flows that would do other things. So this one is just for the sending out email notification. I hope this was helpful. See you in the next demo. Cheers.